My girlfriend wanted an open relationship. So I watched her drift away, found comfort in her best friend, and took control of my own happiness. Hey Reddit, I never thought I'd post about relationships, but I need to vent and maybe get some help. At 28, male, I thought my relationship with Sophie, 27, female, was secure until recently. After 3 years dating and 2 years living together, everything was great. Like I was covertly checking for engagement diamonds on my lunch break. Super normal story. Common friends introduced us at a board game night. She smiled at my stupid jokes, I enjoyed her Monopoly competitiveness, and we clicked. After dating for a year, it was natural to share an apartment as we were always at each other's houses. Our routines, you know? Sunday morning pancakes, park walks after work, watching her favorite dreadful reality shows while I play phone games, normal couple stuff. Sophie is a marketer, I handle building projects. Our families get along, we have wonderful careers, and friends. My mom adores her. Her dad regularly invites me to football games. We were that couple that gave others hope in relationships. Yeah. It sounds familiar now. Everything was normal until Tuesday. Dinner was served. Sophie was talking about a work project while I was eating my sandwich when she said, "Hey, what would you think about trying an open relationship?" I froze mid-bite, fork halfway to mouth. I assumed I misheard her, but she kept talking. She told me she had been reading about it online, that many couples were trying it, and that it may help us grow and strengthen our relationship. I asked, "Is there someone specific you want to date?" Because that was my initial instinct. Open relationships are only discussed when someone has someone in mind, right? Sophie became defensive. No, it's not about anyone else. I just think it would be good for us to explore ourselves more. We're still young, and I don't want us to wake up in 10 years wondering what we missed out on. Sitting there, I tried to understand what was happening. When a waitress smiled too much at me, this girl became upset. Her new dating advice is like proposing we try a different restaurant. I asked, "Have you been feeling unhappy?" In case I missed something, maybe I should have noticed indications. "Not at all," she answered, taking my hand across the table. "I love you. I love us. This isn't about being unhappy, it's about making our relationship even better. Think about it, we could both have new experiences but still come home to each other. Lots of couples say it makes their connection stronger." Not knowing what to say. My thinking froze between confusion and panic. My appetite was gone, the food in front of me could have been cardboard. Sophie, however, spoke animatedly, almost glowing. She kept talking about norms, boundaries, communication. But I kept thinking, where is this coming from? However, yes. I said, okay. I realize this sounds weak. Not because I wanted to. Not because I believed. But her desire in her eyes and the way she leaned in, virtually screaming for my approval, showed she had already decided. Saying no was like closing a door she didn't want to. "Are you sure you're okay with this?" she questioned, wide-eyed and anxious, like she was offering me a choice. "We don't have to if you're not comfortable." I saw her desperate for my approval. I knew this wasn't a decision in the back of my head. Something was changing between us, like it or not. To find out what was going on, I had to play along. "No, it's fine," I nodded. "If you think it'll be good for us, we can try it." I entered something I didn't believe in, knowing I was losing her. She became thrilled and started talking about how we might set up dating app profiles together and how we should notify each other of upcoming dates, all of which she seemed to have already considered. I'm sitting there wondering, how long did she plan this? Rest of the night was odd. We watched TV as usual, but my mind raced. Sophie was cuddling with me on the couch, acting like everything was fine, like she hadn't just suggested changing our relationship. I kept wanting to return it and tell her I wasn't happy. I had no idea how. Every time I saw her browsing through her phone with a smile, I felt like I had made a big mistake. That night in bed, I couldn't sleep. Sophie lay cold next to me, serene, while I glanced at the ceiling, wondering what I had done. Part of me wanted to wake her awake and tell her I didn't want to share her. Some part of me was afraid. I was afraid she would do it or leave me if I said no. As I laid there, I reviewed our recent conversations to see if I missed any indications. Is she bored? Was I insufficient? Was someone else there? I had no responses to the inquiries that kept coming. Little did I know, this was just the start of the chaos. Sophie asked me to assist pick photographs for her Tinder and Bumble profiles all evening, like a lover would. She asked me to take new photos of her. Yes, seriously. I took images of my girlfriend to make her look good to other males. I created my own profile to demonstrate my effort. My heart wasn't in it. Writing a bio felt awkward and false every time. What should I write? Looking for fun while dating? I felt awful all over. She probably knew I wouldn't meet anyone. I told her I'm not social and don't have time or energy to meet new people several times. Maybe she believed she could date and use me as backup. Sophie got matches fast. Her beauty and playfulness are obvious. I was most surprised by how quickly she met these guys. Within a week, she had 3 dates. 3. She showed me their profiles like we were discussing celebrity obsessions. She shoved her phone in my face. Look at this one. He's a personal trainer at that fancy gym downtown. We're getting coffee tomorrow. I nodded, pretending this was usual. I felt queasy the first time she got dressed for a date. I had never seen her black clothing before. For this, she bought new outfits. She did cosmetics for an hour. She twirled as she left our bedroom. How do I look? She exclaimed. I said, great, knowing that dress probably cost more than she spends on our date nights. She returned home late that night, laughing. I feigned to sleep when she went to bed, but I heard her texting for an hour. She hummed while preparing coffee the next morning and pretended everything was wonderful. I noticed her schedule. Monday involved coffee with the gym guy. Wednesday supper with a lawyer. A food truck owner and I had drinks Friday. The range was intriguing. She always came home looking like she had the time of her life. I checked the Instagram locations she tagged. Not my proudest moment, but I needed to know the truth. I drove by the restaurant where she stated she was eating one night. She was at the bar with a tall suit-clad man cracking up. She held his arm and looked at him like she did at me. Distance between us. Her change at home was worse than seeing her with these guys. She spent less time with me, no more cuddling. She texted constantly. Sunday pancake ritual? She was meeting the girls for brunch. I once discussed it with her. Don't you think you're going on a lot of dates? I asked casually. She looked at me like a fool. That's the whole point of an open relationship, isn't it? To meet new people and have experiences? You should try it too. I can help you with your profile if you want. But I didn't want profile aid. Please return my girlfriend. I wanted the person who used to love ordering pizza and watching lousy movies with me, not this new version who always dressed up and left. She was getting ready for date number 6 or 7 one night. I lost track. I couldn't stand it. I went on a walk to clear my brain and ended up at this picnic spot. I sat there for 2 hours contemplating how quickly everything had fallen apart. Sophie's messages buzzed my phone. Hope you're okay. Don't wait. Have such a great time. She twisted the knife with each message.